Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so I guess this came out today. This some interesting information I wanted to talk about. Ex Blizzard boss suggests players should be able to tip the devs of special games. Like, what the fuck? That like already screams what the fuck. I don't know. So to slowly get into this, I hope everybody's having a good day. Anybody who's watching this, like and subscribe if you like whatever you see here, all that good shit. But I hope I have you come over and sub on your own volition by the end of this video. I love Blizzard games. I grew up like playing Warcraft 3, fucking Frozen Throne, StarCraft. I love Blizzard as a whole, but this is the ex Blizzard boss, so we're not gonna bring them up at all, or their money habits, or their money greed, or whatever. So far, so what do you think about this?
Dumb idea.
First and foremost,
Yeah.
you want to explain thoughts a little?
Um, well, I guess it seems like he just wants game devs to get more money, but he's really out of touch.
He wants people to tip at the end of a game.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, he's out of touch.
Like, what the hell? And he's not talking about like small tips, like $1 or $2. He wants them to tip 10, 20, 30.
I know.
At that point, buy another game, right?
Go buy merch or something.
Isn't that what merch and games are for? So you can support the devs by getting something in return and not just giving them your money?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into this blog post a bit. The former boss of Blizzard Entertainment has suggested a post-purchase tip feature that would let players give $10 or $20 extra to the developers of special games. Former Blizzard president Mike Ybarra tweeted that he's often felt that upon completion of a particular enjoyable single-player game, he'd like to give more money to the developers. Yeah, because you're fucking the ex-boss of Blizzard. You make like 20 fucking racks a day. You have that extra money to fork over, so therefore you have the ability to tip the game developers, which we do not, as lowly citizens of a nation. It reminds me of like how a lot of people were in Cyberpunk, like the rich to the poor.
All the corporate people compared to the people who just lived in Haywood or something.
Oh, just have $30,000 for insurance a day. Why can't you do that? Oh, you can't afford to protect yourself in the streets? Oh, fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it sounds here, but with gaming as a whole. Oh, you can't afford to give $20 after you complete a $70 game? Don't play a $70 game. It's like, but I want to play the $70 game because that's what all the new games are now. Games Ybarra mentioned that had sparked such a feeling included Horizon Zero Dawn, Sunny Santa Monica's God of War, Rockstar's Red Dead Redemption 2, Lorian's Baldur's Gate 3, and From Software's Elden Ring. Well, something I gotta add to what he just said there is all those games are the only games that don't feel like a ripoff at this point, as mini games in the $70 actual question mark area is nothing more than a quick cash grab. Something that they just want to like have you spend $70 on that you're gonna beat in 2 days. Those are the only games going for such a price tag that you will get your money's worth. And even at that, I don't believe it's still your money's worth, as I grew up on the like $40 to $60 price range. And even then, before the $40, it was even cheaper. So like I don't even remember that time. I was like 6 or 8 at a time. And like when you think about that, how much like games have inflated along with food and all that, it's just not worth it to have to tip after every game. Even if that game is good. So if you want to help that game corporation, I believe you should just buy the game or buy merch. It's fair to say the reaction to the suggestion is mixed, with many people saying they already forked out plenty of money for video games. Others pointed out that some game platforms such as itch.io already allow tips and that small indie developers often use established platforms for donations. Many have also pointed out that extra revenue generated through tips could invariably end up in the pockets of publishers as opposed to the developers themselves, at least for the majority of AAA releases. Well, that's true, yeah. Most of it would go to the PlayStation Store, Xbox Store, Sony, Microsoft. It would not actually go to the game developers who made the game. On the other hand, others have backed the idea. Paul Kilduff Taylor of Mode 7 Games tweeted, "People have discovered various ingenious ways to be angry about this, but adding a pay more if you want option in major stores would straightforwardly be excellent for developers. It works very well on Bandcamp." Yeah, he's right about that. Just have a donate button next to the game. Donate to the developer. That's pretty much what he's saying. But what he's saying is causing more backlash because of how he's saying it on the days that he's saying it.
Also, the person who's saying it.
And the person who is saying it. Yes, thank you for that.
Like, if he wasn't so wealthy, then people would probably have an easier time swallowing the pill that he's giving them. However, because he's so wealthy and such a prick, it comes from a place that where he's out of touch with normal people, and it looks like he just wants to make more money on his games. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's what it comes across as.
I think the biggest point of this is also he's saying it in a year where all year long we have been mad at developers overcharging and price gouging games that don't deserve the $70 price tag. Like, we all kind of came to the conclusion if it's not 100 hours plus, like, say, Baldur's Gate 3, or if it's not a game that actually adds a lot of replayability, it's not worth the $70 price tag that Call of Duty and all these newer games are trying to price gouge at. So it's like, they're basically saying this, and I'm kind of stealing Asmongold, what he said about it, because I watched it earlier today. He was like, they're saying it on 9/11 as if it's a plane simulator game.
And you updated New York City.
Yes. And, like, you're just trying to show, like, the New York's airplane simulator that you just updated with new graphics on 9/11 of all days.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, gotta pick a better time to say it, bro. Could have said it last year, can say it next year, don't say it this year. Oh, it goes on. Ybarra ended his post acknowledging that the tipping idea won't be for everyone. Of course not. I knew most would dislike this idea, he said. BTW, I realize we are tired of tipping and everything else, but I view it as different from a pressure to tip type scenario many face and give feedback on. I agree with that. I do agree. It's where you're in a game and then they bring it up and they're like, do you like this? Tip now.
I think the point was more towards something everyone would understand, like when you go to, say, Starbucks, and they say, hey, do you want a tip? And then they shove it in your face.
Yeah, that too.
That's something everybody can really relate with, you know what I mean?
And nobody wants that.
It's horrible. I worked at a Chili's and they made you do that. It felt so gross. But, like, it's literally part of the script.
And if you don't do it, then it's like, you're not following the script.
Yeah, like, you're not doing your job right.
You gotta try and price gouge customers, take everything they have. Oh, man. Any final thoughts on this?
Nah.
Yeah, I want to bury this. I just wanted to talk about it because it is a topic on the internet today, and we got this podcast. So like and subscribe, everybody, all that good shit. Can't wait to see you on the next one.